chat. This is a picture of the victim. So this white kid here, a white guy, he's a cameraman.
He probably made that motherfucker immediately, and you know how the feds operate. You know, they just been going around interviewing everybody and going to get the surveillance, the shit you just got through reading. And that's why it's taking so long. And then, you know, of course, I'm sure they tapped the phones and trying to get some audio, but don't sound like they got none. So I'm sure you probably would have read it.
This looks like it's serious, man. I don't know how Shiesty gets out of this.
Every story we've told about this situation so far has come from the outside looking in. Surveillance footage, leaked documents, FBI statements, CNN investigations, anonymous sources. We've been piecing this together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Final suspect has been arrested. We've been able to obtain video which shows the FBI at Pooh Shiesty's home the day he was arrested. Take a look at that video. This happened in Memphis. Federal authorities say Shiesty was the ringleader behind the attack on Gucci Mane here in Dallas. That incident happened back in January at a music studio located off Dallas Parkway. The DOJ says Gucci Mane and 2 others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. They say 9 people were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and Big 30.
But today we're going inside because someone who was in that room, not watching on a screen, not reading about it on a blog, not analyzing footage from a security camera, someone who was physically present, standing feet away from Gucci Mane when everything went down, has decided to talk.
While this is happening, the guy that gave Pooh Shiesty the gun pulls out a phone and starts recording the crime. To make this even funnier, after Gucci Mane signs the contract to release Pooh Shiesty gives the contract to his father and asks him, "Is this adequate, Dad?" After looking at it, his father says, "No, he needs to date it." As if not dating it would somehow make it void. Forget about the guns and the fact that the rest of his friends are being holed up in another room. No, bro, you better date this shit, motherfucker. Now, as Gucci Mane is being stuck out to sign this contract, Pooh Shiesty's friends that he came with, it looks like 5 or 6 of them, have the rest of Gucci Mane's security and entourage at gunpoint. One of Pooh Shiesty's people stands in front of the door so they cannot leave. So now, Gucci Mane and all of his associates are being held at gunpoint. Gucci Mane in a side room and his other people like in the lobby. As they're sitting there at gunpoint, Pooh Shiesty decides, fuck it, let's take all their other shit too. The contract ain't enough. So they rob Gucci Mane of his wedding ring, cash, and jewelry. They also rob members of his entourage of their jewelry. If you're gonna rob someone of jewelry, you probably don't want it to be distinct so it can be traced back to you. Well, I guess Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Pooh Shiesty and his father and their gang, think it's a good idea to steal 1017 chains. 1017 is a record label that Gucci Mane owns and operates. Members of his entourage have these chains. So Gucci Mane and his people steal these chains. And the cherry on top of all of this, besides his friend recording their event, besides his dad saying to sign the fucking document and put the date, or his friend sticking up all the other individuals in the other room with CCTV, Pooh Shiesty does all of this with an ankle monitor on. I think I can unequivocally say that Pooh Shiesty is the stupidest criminal I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Gucci's personal cameraman, the guy whose job is to follow him everywhere, has always been the silent observer. He documents everything. The lifestyle, the business moves, the behind-the-scenes moments that fuel the brand. He's been around for years, seen it all, filmed it all, and until now, he's never spoken publicly about any of it. What he's describing doesn't match what people think happened. It goes beyond the surveillance footage, beyond the internet theories. According to him, the truth is darker, more personal, and far more calculated than anyone expected. This account isn't speculation. It isn't a guess or a breakdown of clips. It's coming from someone who was physically there, who watched everything unfold, heard every word, and felt the tension shift in real time. To understand why his story matters, you have to understand his role. In hip-hop, a cameraman is often overlooked. People assume it's just someone holding a camera, capturing content for social media background noise in the room. But at this level, that couldn't be further from reality. For someone like Gucci, a personal cameraman isn't just staff, he's part of the inner circle. He's present in rooms most people never get access to. He's at private meetings, business dinners, on the tour bus, on flights, inside the studio, even at home. He doesn't see the public version of Gucci, he sees the real person behind the brand. This particular cameraman, who we'll call Lens, has been working with Gucci for years. He was initially brought on to film social media content, but over time, his role evolved into something much deeper. He became a documentarian of Gucci's life, capturing everything from daily routines to major business decisions. And that's where things get important. Lens didn't just film Gucci, He also documented his interactions with artists like Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. He was there for studio sessions, meetings, and mentoring moments. He saw the good times, the collaboration, the growth, the trust, which means he also understands what changed, that he has context that most people don't. He saw the early warning signs. He witnessed the shift in relationships before everything fell apart. And when it comes to the night of the incident, his perspective isn't from a distant camera mounted on a ceiling. It's from just a few feet away, watching with his own eyes. According to Lens, the situation didn't start that night. That IT started the night before. Do you recall Gucci receiving a late-night phone call around midnight one that instantly changed his demeanor? Lens didn't hear the full conversation, as Gucci stepped away to take it privately. But the difference in his energy before and after was impossible to ignore. Before the call, everything felt normal. It had been a good day, productive studio time, successful meetings, and even a visit from Kesha and their baby. The atmosphere was calm, almost family-like. After the call, that feeling vanished. Gucci didn't explode or react emotionally. He went quiet. Completely quiet. Lens describes him sitting on the couch for a long stretch, saying nothing, just staring at his phone and scrolling through something. Then, without much hesitation, Gucci made a short call of his own, brief, direct, maybe a couple of minutes. When he hung up, he looked straight at Lens and said just 4 words. Don't bring the camera. That he knows what the relationship looked like before it fell apart. He knows the warning signs that everybody else missed. And he knows exactly how the night in question unfolded. Not from a ceiling-mounted camera 60 feet away, but from 5T away with human eyes. Lin says the trouble didn't start the night of the confrontation. It started the night before. According to him, Gucci received a phone call late around midnight that changed his entire mood. Lens didn't hear the full conversation because Gucci stepped into another room to take it. But he saw. Lin reached into his bag. He didn't pull the camera out fully or bring it to eye level. Instead, he slightly opened the bag and hit record, letting the camera capture from inside at an upward angle. This wasn't a man reacting. This was someone executing a plan already thought through to no hesitation. No visible emotion. Just calculated precision. Lin believes that those few minutes of audio are more powerful than any surveillance footage. Because while cameras show what already happened, that audio hints at what's coming. When asked why he's speaking out now after staying silent for so long, his answer was simple. Fear, not money, not attention. Fear, because he was there. Because he saw too much. Because that makes him a witness. He says the FBI has already contacted him twice, asking for an interview. At the same time, people connected to Shy's side have also reached out, not threatening, but in a way that didn't feel friendly either. That's why he went public. Because in his mind, visibility is protection. As long as what he knows stays hidden, he's vulnerable. But once it's out in the open, silencing him becomes much harder. He told everything: the phone call, the back entrance, the positioning, the whispers cameras couldn't catch, the moment that stopped Gucci mid-fight, Kesha's shaking hands, and the hidden recording, not for fame, not for profit, for survival. Meanwhile, a cameraman with instincts hit record at just the right moment. Now he's sitting on footage that could shift everything again. Because the real question isn't if that recording will surface, that IT will. The question is who gets it first. He didn't say it was because he was angry at Gucci or sympathetic to Shy or trying to insert himself into the narrative. He said he's talking because she's scared. Scared because he was in that room. Scared because he saw things that make him a witness. Scared because the FBI has already contacted him twice, requesting an interview. Scared because people connected to SHYY's camp have also reached out to him. Not threatening, not yet, but checking in a way that didn't feel like friendship. Scared because he's sitting on footage that multiple parties would very much like to either obtain or destroy. Lin says he's caught in the middle of something that is far bigger than rap music. He's a civilian, a creative professional who got pulled into a situation involving federal fugitives, international manhunts, institutional corruption, and the kind of people who make problems disappear. He says he went public through this video, through this ceiling, not from a government press release, from a human being who was standing right there, who heard the words, who saw the faces, who watched the most dangerous moment in modern hip-hop history happen in real time from 5T away. Pushy wanted money. Big 30 wanted leverage. Gucci wanted to stand his ground. And Kesha got caught in the middle of all of it. A woman whose only crime was being in the wrong hallway at the wrong time, married to the wrong man in the wrong business. And somewhere in the middle of all of it, a cameraman with a bag and an instinct hit record. And now he's sitting on footage that could change everything again. The question isn't whether that footage will come out. It will. Everything comes out eventually. The question is who gets it first. The FBI, CNN, Gucci's lawyers, Shiesty's people. Someone is going to obtain that recording. And when they do, the next chapter of the story begins. Thanks for watching and subscribe for watch more like this.